another live stream or roll up a pull-up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. I ate. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. What you on today, Mr. Roll Up? Hey, look, I need to tell y'all something about y'all boy Kills, man. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. What you mean? What you talking about? What's the update on R.Kelly? Hey, listen, I got two updates on this guy, man. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. What you mean you got two updates? I'm gonna show y'all what's going on, but at first, I need y'all to tap in. Tap the fuck in. You need to go ahead and get on up in here first so you can understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. Tap the fuck in. I done told y'all before, man. Prison is not what you think it is. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. A lot of y'all be thinking, you a celebrity, you got some money, you gonna be good in there. It don't work like that. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Every dog got his day. No matter how big or how small he is. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. Tap the fuck in. And I fuck with kills. And I don't like what he going through. But this the reality. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. All right, now look. Let's go ahead. Let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? So, what you got today, Mr. Roll Up, on R. Kelly? I done told y'all about what R. Kelly going through a few months ago. You know what I'm saying? Before people even got to talk about this shit, I had already told y'all about this. You know what I'm saying? Well, now here it is on the double back. What I was saying is coming true. So I'm gonna let y'all hear this. All right. Hold up.
Same thing with R. Kelly. He used to sing a lot, and I thought it was just him being in good spirit, but maybe he felt uncomfortable. Like he kept us laughing, so maybe he felt like he had to keep us laughing and keep us doing something to him. But I had control of that because he got off general population. Because like I wasn't no shot caller. I couldn't call no shots, but the niggas who was calling shots had love and respect for me. Like I'm helping them with their cases or whatever. It's just love. You know what I'm saying? Like real respect, real like royalty, respect royalty. You know what I mean? So it was that. But with R. Kelly, it was like, man, this nigga ain't never did a day in jail. Now he in here with all these fucking lions and sharks and gorillas and shit. Like I know how he thinking. So maybe he just felt like, man, you know what? I'm gonna behave how these niggas will want me to behave in here.
All right. Now look, y'all heard that right? I tried to show it to you, but you know what I'm saying, so you can't really see it. But if you want to go check out the video, it's from a channel called Prison Stories 101. And they interviewing a guy named Ronnie Bonnie, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, bro was in prison with kills. You know what I'm saying? And he said it himself. The caption,
Yeah,
the caption says this: R. Kelly used to sing and crack jokes to stay safe in general population. Annie Tubby, what's the deal? Tap in, tap the fuck in. You know what I'm saying? Nah, like I was saying about kills. This guy was actually in jail with him. And he was saying that kills have to sing. You know what I'm saying? He had to crack jokes. He got to do things like that to keep the guys off his ass. You know what I'm saying? And what I said before is, yeah, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? You can tell your stories, you can pop your shit, all of it. But it's gonna come a day when a nigga gonna get tired of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't gonna want to hear your stories no more. You know, or you gonna run out of stories. You gonna run out of shit to tell them. And guess what? That's the moment when they gonna get your ass. When you don't got nothing else to talk about. See, what you gotta understand is this: when you go to jail, right? The day them handcuffs get put on your wrist, that is your last day, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So anything after that, you don't have a story to tell. You know, let me make an example out of it. You know how many guys I was locked up with, you know what I'm saying, that I asked them like, what you in for? What happened? You know what I'm saying? And they'd tell me their whole story and they'd be smiling ear to ear, how they was out here getting money, how they was living life, how they was doing the motherfucking thing, all the way up until that arrest day. All the way up until that day they got arrested. You know what I'm saying? Life was great until the day they got arrested. That day they got arrested, their whole energy changed. You know what I'm saying? It's like they temper go from 0 to 100. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. It's like everything changed when they get to talking about the actual arrest day, the day that they got arrested, the day that they was handcuffed, the day that they was brought into custody. Everything changed then. You know why? Because life as they remember it stopped. So for whatever run you had out here in the streets, if you had a 10-year run, a 20-year run, a 30-year run, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or if you just had a 5 minute run, however long your run lasted, until that day you got locked up. That's your story. You know what I'm saying? So again, with people like Kills, yeah, he got plenty of stories to tell. He been balling for the past 30 years, 30, 40 years. So he got a lot of shit to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he can crack some jokes. And this happened, Yeah, people gonna want to hear that shit. Yeah, pop your shit, Kelly. Yeah, that's what you was doing. Damn, how it happened? Draw a whole picture, all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And they know Kills ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? So they willing to listen to whatever he got to say. What the fuck is this in my beard? That shit crazy. Anyway, they willing to listen to what he got to say coming in. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think it's millions and millions of people all across the world that's listening to him. So yeah, he can go in there and pop his shit for a minute. Yeah, you do all that, sing a couple songs and all that, and then after that, it's gonna be like, okay, what else? He gonna have shit to run out of to talk about. He might got enough shit to talk about for the next 5 years. You know what I'm saying? To keep niggas off his head. Just might. But at the year 5, then what? You gotta think them guys in there, they not going home. They not going nowhere. So they gonna hear you out and they gonna be like, oh, okay, that's cool. But now what? You know what I'm saying? Now what? Scary sight, man. They don't spare them celebrities. So to everybody that think that these celebrities be getting spared and shit like that because they've been on TV and all of that, man, you got real gorillas in there that don't give a fuck about you being on TV, made $1 million, nothing. They don't care about none of that shit. You know what they care about? They care about you bending over and spreading them cheeks. That's all they care about. You know what I'm saying? You know how many guys in there don't even know who the fuck R. Kelly is? They got locked up before he even came out. You know what I'm saying? You know how many of them in there? You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. You know? And just because he in there with them now, that don't make him a nobody. He still the nigga that don't know who Kills is or whatever that been in there before Kills even came out, he still feels superior to him. So he gonna draw down on Kills one day. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Just the reality of prison, man. Ain't no love in there. You know? So even with Dirt got coming up, P. Diddy got coming up. You know what I'm saying? Them boys they don't know that they on the platter too. You know? They might come in there, run a couple plays, get cool with a couple people, jump on a couple of phones, shoot this move, shoot that move. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. And then that day gonna come when it's gonna be like, all right, it's time to drop them drawers. You know what I'm saying? Kelly is in there going through it, man. He going through it. Them boys on his ass. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all part two, the video, part two of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted y'all to see that first little clip real quick because that was somebody that was actually locked up with him and said, yeah, he was in there singing and cracking jokes, trying to keep the guys off his ass. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you like this: I don't care how many vocals you got or what you do, bro. You don't go to prison singing, dog. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to prison singing. It just don't fucking happen like that. You know what I'm saying? We grown as men. We don't want to hear your big grown ass singer sing. So that shit don't even sound right anyway. You feel me? So ENTE, yo, I ain't caught a live in a minute. Hey man, I ain't went live in a minute, dog. Here, there, and everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting back to it. You know what I'm saying? But we are talking about kills, man. Like I said months ago, you know, kills in that bitch. He going through it, man. They treat him just like a average nigga. He ain't nobody. He ain't nobody in there. Ain't nobody in there unless you in there doing shit. Then that's when you become a somebody in prison. You gotta do some shit in prison. You know what I'm saying? Or unless you real like one of the mafia members or something like that, then your name will come into prison with you. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't like got no real rank out here and none of that, bro, you gotta start over right there from when you walk in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? You gotta start over right there. And you already know kills ain't coming there stabbing motherfuckers or none of that. You know what I'm saying? He in there singing. Come on, man. When have you heard of Tory Lanez in there singing? You know what I'm saying? And we know Tory Lanez a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? For real. I ain't heard nothing about Tory Lanez in that be singing. Oh yeah, I picked up the poet. Poet up his own. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All that. That's my drink. Tito's for the day. Almost gone. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, why you drink the Tito's, Mr. Roll Up? Let me say it again. There's no sugar. You know what I'm saying? Man, my damn connection must be bad or something. I don't know. What the fuck? Anyway, to all you fucking drunks, you know, y'all don't understand, man. You killing your liver, you know, with all that sugar and shit. You know, killing your kidneys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, alcohol not good anyway, but if you're gonna do it, you know what I'm saying, do it the right way. You feel me? They be hating on the Tito's. Hey, that's 100. You know what I'm saying? But the crazy thing is, a lot of them be drinking that shit on the low. All the time that drink that Don Julio shit, but they get around me, they pouring up Tito's. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, cut the cap, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just whatever be trending at the time. It's just the thing, man. But Tito's, no sugar. You feel me? You care about yourself, and you still want to have you a drink. You would drink Tito's. You know what I'm saying? That's about the healthiest alcohol you could drink out there. You feel me? If you know, then you motherfucking know. You know what I'm saying? All right, now let's move on to video number two. You know what I'm saying? That I want y'all to see. You know? All right, so video number two comes from Willie D Live. Y'all know anything about Willie D? You know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead, uh, hit his channel, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? He got great content, you know what I'm saying? He was one of the ghetto boys from back in the day, you know what I'm saying? And he do his thing on the tube now, you feel me? And I watch a lot of his videos, he pop his shit. He say shit I like, shit I don't like, you know what I'm saying? But this right here, this ain't about what this shit keep on saying reconnecting. Is the live disconnecting or anything? Let me know if it's the live disconnecting because he keep on telling me it's reconnecting. I don't know what's going on. But like I was saying, I'm gonna show y'all this video about kills that came from Willie D Live. This video like 8 minutes long. You know what I'm saying? I'ma just go ahead and play the first 2 minutes of it, the meat and the potatoes of it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna go ahead and come back with my commentary. All right, this is the video. Hold up. When it's time for an update or Willie D Live.
What's up, family? R. Kelly wants to be let out of prison ASAP. According to his lawyers, the feds are trying to get him killed. Now, why would the feds want R. Kelly killed? Well, that's the $64 million question. But for right now, the lawyers ain't got time to figure out what that answer is. They want R. Kelly spring from jail right now. They say that he needs to be put on house arrest. Put him on house arrest while he serves out the rest of his time. Kelly is currently serving a 30-year prison sentence. His appeals were denied. So, for right now at least, he's serving a 30-year bid. In new court papers,
he gonna serve that 30
claims
years.
a dying inmate named Mikhail Glenn Stein was told by prison staff to murder him in exchange for his freedom. Stein says he was told not to worry about the charges because the evidence would be covered up. Stein says he was ready to do it, but changed his mind and warned R. Kelly instead. He also claims another Aryan Brotherhood member was later asked to kill both him and R. Kelly. R. Kelly's lawyers say more gang members are showing up at the prison and the threat is growing. They want him released to home confinement before someone goes through with it. R. Kelly is currently serving a 30-year prison sentence for sex trafficking and racketeering. An appeals court upheld his convictions earlier this year. All right, fam, you know how this go.
All right, so y'all done heard that, right? Okay, just what I said. You was a nobody when you go behind the walls. You know what I'm saying? So not only the first guy spoke on Kills and said when he was in there with him, he said Kills was in there singing and cracking jokes to keep people off his ass, right? Now, this is a recent update. Like I said, you go to Willie D Live, you check his page out. He literally dropped this video like not even 24 hours ago. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. You feel me? So I just seen this shit, and I got on it. You know what I'm saying? But this is what's going on. Now they saying the Aryan Brotherhood is on his ass now. To anybody that don't know what the Aryan Brotherhood is, that's basically the white gang members in prison that don't like black people. They call it the Aryan Nation. You know what I'm saying? I know it's out here in the world too. We just talking about prison because that's what we here on. We here on prison shit. You know what I'm saying? So basically, the Aryan Nation in prison, everybody know that they racist. They don't like black people. You know what I'm saying? That's just a known thing in prison. So if you hear anything about he an Aryan brother, he an Aryan brother, he don't like black people type shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, with them, oh, them Aryan brothers not playing. They ain't for no games. They want all the smoke. You feel me? So don't think they know hoes or none of that because they not. You feel me? But sometimes they be out of place. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they do a little too much. They flex their muscle a little too hard. Because a lot of them they really about their life. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. And some of them you would look at them and wouldn't even think they liked it, but they really is like that. You feel me? So no sleep on the Aryan hood. Like they about that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, basically what's going on here is that Kills is trying to fight back in court right now. He telling, well, he telling his lawyer to do it because his lawyer is the one that got to talk to the system. So he talking to his lawyer to tell his lawyer to tell the system to let him out of prison because supposedly one of the Aryan guy that was hired to kill R. Kelly while in prison, supposedly he had a change of heart and told Kills that the feds was hiring him to kill Kills. Make that make sense, man. First of all, the Aryan Brotherhood is just what I said it is. They don't like black people. So if this is true, what you saying, you mean to tell me a guy that don't like you, that let it be known he don't like your kind, this is the type of cloth he come from. He let it be known he don't like your kind, and he got hired to kill you. What he get hired for? How much money they gave him? In jail, you don't get no money when you get hired on hits or nothing. You don't get no money. You know what I'm saying? If you get hired on a hit by the system, what they payment to you is knocking time off of your sentence. Either knocking time off of your sentence, giving you special privileges around in the prison. Like they'll let you do shit that they won't let other people do. Little shit like that. You know, or ultimately letting you out of prison. Those are the kind of deals that the system work with inmates. If they want to knock an inmate off, that's what it is. It's in exchange for their freedom. Exactly what he said was that it was in this. That's what we doing. You know what I'm saying? But that's what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? It was in exchange for his freedom type shit. You know what I'm saying? So you mean to tell me you didn't take the freedom? You wasn't trying to take your freedom. You rather let R. Kelly know that the feds hired them to kill you. You just had it on your heart that you just couldn't go through with it, and you had to let him know what the system was trying to do to him. So not only you, Jake, you possibly getting let out, now you got a bounty put on your head because now you making the Aryan Brotherhood look bad. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not how prison works. You know what I'm saying? It's not how prison works. And he noticed whoever the guy is that got hired to get put on the hit. Because what you got to know is if the Fed's gonna hire you for a hit like that, they not just coming to anybody. They gonna come to a high ranking member, like a real motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They not just gonna hire anybody for no hit. It don't work like that. So this dude in this Aryan nation that the FBI came to hire to kill R. Kelly, he ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? He ain't nobody. Real talk. You know, Jane, what's the deal? Why the quality is so off? What you mean? What's wrong? What's wrong? I don't know. Maybe because it's an Android, it might be whack, or maybe because the service out here might be a little bad. I don't know. But I'm outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here because I don't really get no service in the crib. You feel me? So I don't know. I don't know. It's 1080, but it's 480. If the connection is okay, probably the wood make the connection bad. I don't know. I don't know, Jane, baby. I don't got no clue. I don't got no clue. What is it? Is it like uh buffering or cloudy or something? I don't know. To me, it's showing me it's clear. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But anyway, back to it, right? So, like I was saying, with Kills, right? So he's saying that the Aryan Nation was hired to kill him. You know what I'm saying? Again, this is a gang that don't like black people. So a guy that is known for not liking black people came to tell a black man that the FBI tried to hire him to kill him in exchange for his freedom. So he didn't want to take his freedom, and he went and told a guy that he don't even like that he spared from the FBI. You know what I'm saying? Could you do like as background the clouds because the trees maybe are having too much to display because of the tiny leaves? Yeah, I change up my background all the time, so I change it up. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how it go. You know, for sure. But yeah, back to it. So he's saying that the Aryan Hood, told him this. So basically, his fight right now is he trying to get back in court. He trying to get his life back, basically. You know what I'm saying? He trying to get out off of this supposedly hit by the FBI. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna do it, bro. I think it's some pollen in my beard. Like, I can't get that shit. I know I see it, but I don't know. But that's pollen. You know what I'm saying? Pollen flying around. A lot of people get sick. You know what I'm saying? In this type of weather and shit like that. Not me. I don't get sick. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nature guy. You feel me? I don't take medicine. None of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't wear coats in the winter. Nothing. Like I'm real raw, manly man. You feel me? But anyway, it's the pollen flying around. Everybody know when the pollen get to flying around, everybody gets sick and all that shit. Not me. You know what I'm saying? It just get caught in my beard. You feel me? Anyways, you know what I'm saying? So Kill talking about the Aryan Brotherhood, right? I don't believe that shit at all. You know, if you ask me, I think that's just his cop out to try and get him out of prison. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. Like This is a known group of people that don't like black people. So Aryans, they don't talk to the black guys unless it's like on some gambling shit or something like that. You know, if they gambling with each other, they mix and mingle in. But other than that, the Aryans don't mix with black people. Why they don't mix with black people, Mr. Roll Up? Again, because they are Aryan nation. They don't like black people. This is a known thing. So they don't got nothing to say to us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like we don't got nothing to say to them. Unless it's gambling or like some shit happen on the yard. That's the only time the black people in the Aryan nation mix with each other. Other than that, blacks and Aryans do not mix. And most of the Aryan nation guys, like I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a band with y'all, right? They got like the spider web on their elbow. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's how we knew how to identify Aryan Nation guys in prison, as if they got the spider web on their elbow. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically trying to say like they caught a nigga. That's what the spider web on the elbow supposed to be like. They caught a nigga type shit. You know what I'm saying? So we knew how to identify the Aryan Nation guys, even the ones that wasn't letting it be known that they was in the Aryan Nation. If we could see them walking around on the yard, you know, in the day room, you know, whatever, and we could see that spider web on their elbow, yeah, he one of them Aryan motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. You know? So the Aryans and the black people don't mix. You know what I'm saying? Did you hear what happened at Polish Parliament XD? Broad destroyed LGBT poster. By the way, because you live in America, is it true about California and the riots? Um, nah, I ain't heard about uh the LGBT thing. I ain't heard about that. That ain't my lane anyway, you know. So I ain't worried about that, you know. But about the riots in California, yes, it's a thing. It's going on. I'm not in California. I'm in Detroit, so I'm in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Michigan and California is about 2 days apart driving. On the plane, what maybe like 5 or 6 hours. You know, so Detroit or Michigan and Cali, we nowhere near each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we nowhere near each other. But the riot thing that's going on that they talking about in Cali, yeah, that's a real thing. That shit really going on. Um, from what I'm hearing that it's the Mexicans that's doing this rioting stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hearing like it's the gang members and the people in the community. They saying it's the Mexicans that basically starting this riot shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's the word. But basically, from what I didn't see, I'm seeing that the residents, LA, they like against the Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? They like telling the Mexicans to go back across the border. You know what I'm saying? Go back on y'all side of town with that rioting and whatever the fuck y'all got going on. You know what I'm saying? So no, it ain't the whole state of California. You know what I'm saying? On some rioting and shit or none of that. It's mainly the Mexicans and what they got going on, and the actual lifelong American residents is against them. You know what I'm saying? So that is kind of what they got going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Yes, yes, I know Detroit, but are there some riots in Detroit? Nah, hell nah, nah, not at all. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. You feel me? The complete opposite. That's just something that they got going on in Cali right now. And like I said, from what I'm hearing, you know, it's coming from the Mexicans in Cali. So you know what? Now that I think about it, I seen this too. You know, I seen they said um ICE. They rioting against ICE. You know, ICE is the deporters. they get the immigrants up out of here. You know what I'm saying? You know Trump been sending ICE everywhere to pick up all these immigrants. You know what I'm saying? So what I heard is the riot is about getting ICE out of California. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of them illegal immigrants there, and ICE is there to grab their ass. And basically, the Mexicans don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the riots is coming from. You know, type shit. Are you a blood member because you did on last live the blood member signed HD at the end? Nah, baby, nah. I'm no gang member, but when I was a gang member, and I was, you know what I'm saying, I'm not proud of it, but I definitely don't mind speaking on it and saying it because it was a part of my life. You know what I'm saying? And everything a part of my life made me who I am. But yes, I was a gang member, but I wasn't no blood. You know what I'm saying? I was a GD. You feel me? Pitchfork up. You know what I'm saying? I stood on the six. I still got my 6 point star tatted on me. I just showed y'all that multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I was in that. But nah, as a blood, nah. I was a gangster disciple. You know what I'm saying? I was under the six. I was under the Larry Hoover Act in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So, nah. I don't know where the blood thing came from, but no, I had bloods in my hood. I knew bloods. I was cool with them, but me, nah, never that. You feel me? So you can be a real rapper though. I guess so, But we derailed this too much. You know what I'm saying? Back to the whole kill situation. So like I said, I don't believe none of that shit at all. You know what I'm saying? Because the Aryan brothers, they don't fuck with black people at all. You know what I'm saying? Like at all. So I don't believe that an Aryan brother will run up on a black man and tell him like, "Hey, the feds hired me to kill you. You know what I'm saying? If I kill you, they gonna let me out. I'll be free. But I ain't gonna do that. I don't want my freedom. You know what I'm saying? And on top of it, even though I don't like you, but I'm gonna let you know that they hired me to kill you. Goofy of the Year award. You know what I'm saying? But you want to know something? I ain't mad at Kills. He got to do what he got to do to try and get out. You know what I'm saying? That's just real nigga shit. You know, no matter how he feel or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? He got to do what he got to do to get himself up out of here. You know, and this is why I tell y'all, like, don't get involved in none of that activity from scamming to gang banging to anything that is a criminal act. Don't get into it. You know what I'm saying? Because you need to know what you're signing up for. You know, and while we speaking on Kills in this case, right? I can guarantee you, Kills didn't know that he was signing up for a 30-year life sentence in prison at any given moment. I can guarantee you, he didn't know that's what he signed up for. You know what I'm saying? Even though it might have took them 20, 30 years to catch him. This is what he signed up for when he started doing what he did. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know Kill's whole situation. I don't follow these celebrities. I'm not one of them. I'm just the type of nigga that report on celebrities that go to jail. So I let y'all know, like, well, guess what? Whoever that celebrity was, yeah, they was that celebrity out here. But when they go in there, they ain't dead. You feel me? So I'm not no journalist or none of that. I don't do the research on these people, none of that shit. I just give y'all the real raw of what's gonna happen to them when they ass go to jail. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Let's see. Jane, from the bottom to the top, are you interested in cloud though? Cloud? Nah, I ain't interested in that. I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real nigga, like on some real nigga shit. I grew up in the time zone when if you didn't come outside, you wasn't a nobody. That's why I love nature so much. That's why I be outside so much. That's why I be giving y'all, shorts when I'm outside. And I be seeing shit while I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I see a whole lot more. That just be shit I catch. You know what I'm saying? I was just raised to be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like even when times when I be at home and I want to watch TV or play the game, my daddy would come walk in my room like real shit. And maybe he did it because he wanted to clap my mama or whatever. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But like I grew up in this time zone where being outside was dead. You feel me? And that whole clout thing, we ain't chased that. We really was outside for real. You know what I'm saying? All that shit these niggas rap about and all of that, like we really did that. You know what I'm saying? Like them niggas living the life that they rapping about the life that we live. You feel me? Type shit. You know? And that's another reason why I'm so healthy. I was always outside, always through any type of weather, COVID, all of that, West Nile virus. You know what I'm saying? Everything that then popped off out here, I was outside. Never caught nothing. Never had no problem. Nothing. You feel me? So nah, clout. I don't need that. You feel me? Like I really live that. You feel me? Like, and the people that rock with me, y'all know I'm real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really live that for real, and that ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas get clout from being from the hood and shit like that. I'm not out here trying to get clout because I'm from the hood. This just who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling y'all who I am. You fuck with it, you fuck with it. You don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? But this is who the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nigga from the hood that made it out to the burbs. You feel me? I just so happen to be a little smarter than the average nigga, and I blew past. That is just it. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I'm an average motherfucker, just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? No, I ain't looking for the clout. No, I only want people that fuck with me to rock with me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't never say subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, comment, share the video. That's why I don't do all that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't never see me say that on no videos, no lives, no shorts, no posts, none. I don't do that. You feel me? I only want people here that want to be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to persuade you into liking my channel. You know what I'm saying? So nah, the cloud, hell nah. This is a real raw channel right here. This is a real raw channel. And the only time I speak on celebrities because I'm not no celebrity gospel. Like I said, I don't follow their lifestyle. So that ain't it. Some of them, they might got music that I like, that's cool. But as far as knowing their life story and following them and all, I don't do that. I don't. I don't care. I'd rather listen to one of their songs than to know what they got going on. Call it what you want. Just remember, I was outside. You know what I'm saying? Real nigga shit. You feel me? That's the saddest part about the today's rapper. They are saying too much things about gang, but not in a negative way. That's a sign of masculinity, which is pretty bad for youth. Hey, let me tell you something about these rappers. And I know I'm derailing from the whole R. Kelly situation. Trust me, I'm gonna get back. There's just, chats in the comments. We keeping it real, so let me keep it real. You know, um, while we speaking on rappers, right? A lot of these rappers, they really didn't live that life. You know what I'm saying? They get their stories from guys like me that really did live that life. You know what I'm saying? With some examples, Mr. Roller. I got 3 examples for y'all. Just that quick. I got three examples: Lil Wayne, Plies, Rick Ross. I'm about to break them down, but hold on real quick. Let, let me pull this so y'all know. I ain't one of these YouTubers that got a script shit or none of that. This real nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? This come from the hip right here. Pull that up. Put all that in there. All right. Oh, you know, yeah. Do you listen to Young Thug? Hell no. No, I don't. Never did. No. Anyway, let's get back to what I said about the three rappers, right? And mind y'all, I'm not done with the R. Kelly situation. I'm just interacting, with the audience. You know, that's how live goes. You got to be able to tell the story and still interact with the chat at the same time. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, with the three rappers that I named, right? Lil Wayne, Plies, Rick Ross. Let's start with Lil Wayne, right? Lil Wayne, my favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even big on that rap shit like that. You know, rap didn't die for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like these new rappers and none of that. I don't listen to that shit. I'm an old school type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the 90s, early 2000s era. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of shit that I fuck with, around that time. But anyway, Lil Wayne, my favorite rapper, right? That nigga wasn't no street nigga. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne, he got signed at what, 14, 15 years old. He didn't get to jump off the porch. Oh, he made that song when he said he jumped off the porch right after he got shot. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Lil Wayne shot himself. Yeah, he was one of them. He was playing with a gun in the mirror, blah, blah, blah. Boom! He blew himself. But he betrayed on the reps like he got shot, but he smoked himself. He just didn't die from it. You know what I'm saying? And this is my favorite rapper. But let's just go ahead and keep it a band. Wayne shot himself. After that, his reps followed, carried him. You know what I'm saying? Birdman chauffeured him. He ain't jump off no porch. He was rich. He was up. He was living that life when it was time to jump off the porch. You know what I'm saying? Plies. A lot of y'all might not know Plies music for real. But to the ones that do know Plies, that was around during that era, like the mid 2000s, that's when Plies came out. That's when Plies was hype. He was dropping all that goon music, all that real hood nigga shit, all that rah rah that we was on. You know what I'm saying? Plies coming. You feel me? And he had, man, Plies had every hood in America in a chokehold. You feel me? He was coming back to back. Pliers wasn't playing. You know what I'm saying? And he had the streets on lock. Like we felt his music. You know what I'm saying? It took about a good 5 to 7 years before we found out who Pliers really was. Pliers wasn't no street nigga. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, when Pliers dropped, we was like in our early 20s. You know what I'm saying? Still teens, early 20s. So we was on that YN shit for real back then. You know what I'm saying? Plies was like already 30. He was like in his 30s at the time. Something like that. He was close to it. And Plies never lived that life. He had an older brother that was about that life, that did all of that. That got locked up, that got a life sentence in prison. And he was writing reps and he was sending his reps back home to Plies. And he was telling Plies, hey, look, you fit the description. Put these reps in a rhyme and live my life for me through you. Plies went to college. He became a professor, all type of shit, and he was producing goon music at the same time. Do your research on Plies if you think I'm bullshitting. Yeah, he produced all the goon music, all the real hood nigga music, all the lay in your bushes music, all the jump out your trash can music. Plies was coming. Whole time Plies didn't live that life at all. That nigga went to college. He became a professor. He was in his 30s when he was popping that shit. Like Plies was already a well distributed man by the time he got to rapping. You feel me? And us in the streets, we like, damn, Plies on that type of time we on. So we on that with him. Like he on that. Cause the goons all lurking, you know what I'm saying? Like that was hood anthem. And Plies was somewhere in the chemist lab, you know what I'm saying, whipping up potion number 3 with some purple shit. You feel me? From Jane, do you think that Birdman or other rappers don't smoke THC but CBD? Let me stop right there because you got smoke that you put on there. Um, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But if you ask me, people like them, I think they smoke the real shit. You feel me? All right, because doing high responsibility things, they don't do drugs, but act as like taking drugs. You know what? That's some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you got people that fake the funk. You know what I'm saying? But when you really from the way and you fuck with people that's from the way, from the hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can kind of feel it. Like, yeah, they really live that. Like, yeah, they do that. They be on that. You know what I'm saying? Like type shit. So nah, I don't think they play like that. I think yeah, that shit was real Zai, real fire, real Kush, real loud, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because when you in the hood, it's nothing to get it. That's the power of my bad. You know what I'm saying? When you in the hood, it's nothing to get it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I could believe it. Yeah, I got my pastor rag. Shit. Y'all know I'm outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside. You feel me? I'm outside. So it's like 85 degrees out here. Yeah, I'm outside. You know what I'm saying? So NTE facts. You know what I'm saying? About that, but he had the hood on tip. You feel me? And it's crazy how the hood worked. You know what I'm saying? Because we got the word real quick. It was like, nigga, y'all niggas on that plastic, man. That bitch ass nigga ain't dead. Like, what? What the fuck you talking about? Like, nah, nigga, cut that shit, man. That nigga goofy. Like, you know what I'm saying? We was saying goofy too, but like goofy wasn't like a big word to us. You know what I'm saying? But we pop goofy. You know what I'm saying? Or lame ass, bitch ass, hoe ass. You know, shit like that. You feel me? But goofy was in our mix, but it wasn't as big like in Chicago thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, niggas was calling Plaza goofy back then, '07, '08, back in them days. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. But for the other crowd of people that didn't know, they kept on feeding into his music until that shit hit the net. It was like, man, Plies ain't one of them. All right. So that's Plies, right? Number 3. Let's get to number 3. Rick Ross. Rick Ross came out in my ear when I was out there in the streets on that. You know what I'm saying? First song Rick Ross dropped. It's Hustle. You know what I'm saying? Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Like, come on, man. Like, that was another hood anthem. You know what I'm saying? Like at that time, we had some hood anthems. Gorilla Zoe, you know what I'm saying? The hood shit that he popped. Like we had a couple of hood anthems at that time. You know what I'm saying? So with Rick Ross coming through talking about every day I'm hustling, that was one of them ones. You feel me? So it was like, yeah, all the hood niggas dropping. You know what I'm saying? Like this a hood nigga time. Like you a street nigga, that was your time. Cause all the hood niggas was dropping. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? The hood got this talking. Come to find out, Rick Ross was a correctional officer. Before the picture of him and the correctional officer got to flying around the net, it was in the hood. Uh, that's what the poet thought. To tell the truth. When have you ever heard alcohol lie to you? So we knew that Rick Ross was a CO, correctional officer. He was one of the prison guards. When you go to prison, like I talk about prison, like this whole R.Kelly thing, where R.Kelly at, the police that's in front of him, they are called correctional officers. Rick Ross was one of them. He was one of them cops that standing in front of R. Kelly, P. Diddy, Lil Dirt. You know what I'm saying? That was Rick Ross. Okay. He went from being a cop to being in the streets, whatever, blah, blah, blah. No. When you be a cop, you take an oath. Cops got their own oath as a cop. That's the power. So anytime you sign up to be a cop, you take an oath right in on the Bible to the heart. I'm gonna follow all rules. I respect everything that's going on here. I'm a part of what's going on. I am one. I'm with y'all. I'm not saying that's exactly how they all go, but I'm saying to meat and potato the situation, that's what the oath is. To become a cop. I'm not no cop. I ain't never been there. I'm a street nigga. I'm a criminal. Blah blah blah. I'm an ex-con. I'm that. That's who I am. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm still independent. I still do my own thing. I still make my own moves. I still do me as a fucking ex-con, as a criminal, as an ex-gangbanger. You know what I'm saying? That's who I am. You feel me? So you want to see any cops at me, anything? They know who the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no hiding who I am. I'm on this camera showing y'all who I am. It's niggas in my from my hood that be in my comments. I ain't on here lying. I ain't capping none of that. I'm one of the guys for it. That's the content that I bring y'all. What come from that way. I'm one of them Detroit niggas, one of the West Side Detroit niggas at that. Throw that dub up while we at it. You know what I'm saying? West Side of 7 Mile. You know what I'm saying? Real nigga. You feel me? So how are they so good when being not sober at high responsibility things? I don't know what you talking about. Hold up. 18C in Poland in my city. It's 18 degrees in Poland. Shit, y'all going through it. You know what I'm saying? It's 85 here out here in Detroit. Look, I told you I don't stay in Detroit no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm in West Bloomfield. You feel me? West Bloomfield is like one of the richest cities around Detroit. Real talk. You feel me? But West Bloomfield like 20 minutes away from Detroit. So it's the same temperature. You feel me? It's 85 degrees here. You know what I'm saying? Real nigga shit. I was just in my backyard with the twin towers popping my shit. You feel me? You know? So ENT Plies Rick Ross has us in a chokehold. Bro, I swear to God they did. You know that. know that. You know what I'm saying? Get back to the whole Rick Ross situation. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucking the hood. We knew that Rick Ross was a cop before it hit the internet. That's just how the hood worked. You know what I'm saying? So we knew. I don't know that's some goofy shit right there. Somebody pulled up in a moped or something. I don't know. But I'm back here.